our God, this is who He is. He loves us. This is our God, this is what He does. He saves us. Everybody, Wade McNutt here, Piano Meditation, Worship Tutorials, pianomeditation.com. Our song today is This Is Our God by Phil Wickham. And God, we just call you into this lesson. We love you. We pray for our student wherever they are in the world. We just praise you that we can get together and as a body just let your love be known to the world. Let what you do and what you have done be known to the world. Because you are our God. We love you. And we won't forget it. In your name, amen. All right, so this song is in the key of C. Of course, it is in the key of Phil Wickham, which means it's super high for a guy voice. But we're going to go ahead and do this lesson in that key. If you don't have cheat sheets, go ahead and grab those. You look below where it says more, down below the video, the description, and it says email list. Click on that, and I'll send you cheat sheets. It's just a little PDF that shows you more about playing chord piano. And what you want to do is actually turn to the very last page of the cheat sheets. And I want you to copy this onto the last page. So what this is going to do is give you a really great way to play this in the key of C, and a little more advanced type of way to do this. You can also copy and paste the chords and lyrics. There aren't chords and lyrics in the cheat sheet, so copy and paste those from below the video as well. And if you do that into a Word document, you can select one of the options that's next to your little clicker, and it'll look nice when you do that. So let's start off. We want to be right here for C, like you copied down in those cheat sheets. And you might be asking, why don't you just play C, E, G? Well, we just take the same notes. We're going to put the E and G down here now. And that's called an inversion. All right. It's one thing the cheat sheets are great for is showing you that kind of stuff. But also it's going to help us keep all of our chords in one spot and have them sound really nice, more professional as we go about this. So C chord, C's in the bass. You can add it in G if you want. So this is a kind of a way to truck along in the song. Remember those walls that we called sin and shame. Now this is a little more up-tempo song, so if you're playing with the band, you may want to not have the left hand. If you're playing by yourself and leading with the left hand, you may want to kind of play both together to kind of give that feeling. Then we go to our A minor 7. All you got to do is add in the G, move to A in the bass. They were like prisons that we couldn't escape, but He came. Now, what we're going to do for our Gsus is do this. So you have C, B, and D. So your pinky hasn't moved off of C. You just now add this B in. And I know some of y'all might be going, actually, Csus is this, Mr. Wade. You should be playing that. You don't have to, actually. And it's a very common thing in modern worship to kind of play it this way. And it sounds nice too. And it adds a little, what's the word? Like unresolved, so it wants to go somewhere, which is nice. But He came, and He died, and He rose. Here's our F2. And we're actually going to go ahead and leave the 3 in as we play this. So another way to say that is F add 9. And He rose. Now I'll play through this all in time here at the end of the video. I'm just kind of working through the chords with your hands. And hey, we're like through almost every chord we got to do. A couple slash chords to go. And then further through the verse. Remember those giants we called death and grave. To A minor. They were like mountains that stood in our way. But He came, and He died, and He rose. Those giants are dead now. We have this intro. All right, so let's do the intro. This is something the guitar player is doing, or maybe a synth player, but you might be in a situation, I know I am a lot, where the piano player needs to take care of that part. So all it is this. All right. G, C, G, G, C, C, G, F, E, F, F, E. Now, one thing that's kind of cool is when you play these notes, you can keep playing this C with it. So you go. So you can pedal this C note, and it sounds pretty neat as you go about that. So let me help you get that rhythm down. So I'm just going to play C in the bass so you can get the feel of where these line up. And 1. So it's that last part that's going to get you. Let me go even slower. 1, 2, here we go. Again. Now with the pedal. All right. So you can loop that, reverse the video if you need to get that down. And then if you use the actual sustain pedal with your keyboard, then it sounds even cooler. All right, so that's something you'll have to work out. Don't worry if you didn't get it right in the moment as we did that. So that's what our intro will do. It'll actually happen at the end of verse 1 as well, one time through. So we'll do that in the playthrough, the pray-through at the end of the video. Let's go to the chorus. We have this real quick C/E. So here's your normal C chord that we learned, but what we're going to do is drop this thumb, or you can just play a single E if you want to, whatever you want to do. So C/E in the bass. So anything after the slash is just talking to your bass player. So it's a quick 1-beat chord. This is our God to our F chord. All right, so this is our God. This is who He is. He loves us. So we hit that regular F2 that we learned. We go to C, then we go to Gsus, then to regular G, which I just then leave off this C. Loves us. Then C/E. This is our God, this is what He does. He saves us. Bore the cross, beat the grave. Heaven and earth proclaim, this is our God, King Jesus. All right, so it's where the chords move that can be the confusing thing. Let heaven and earth proclaim, 1-beat chord, this is our God. So then that transition there, heaven and earth, chord, land on the F to the C. So you just have to watch where those land within the song, and that'll help you work out that transition. And then you go back into the turn, which is your intro lick, King Jesus. Into verse 2. So verse 2 will be just like 1. Remember that fear that took our breath away. A minor. Faith so weak, could barely pray, but He heard every word, every whisper. Now those altars in the wilderness. All right, so here's a little different thing. And maybe I didn't talk about it earlier. There's a Csus. Sorry if I forgot that. Maybe I jumped over it the first verse. So C chord, if you go to Csus, all you got to do is move up to this F here. All right. Wilderness. Sorry about that. A minor 7. Till the storm of His faithfulness. Never once did He fall. Build on the C chord, 2, 3. This is our God. This is who He is. Back into the chorus. At the end of that chorus, Again, I'm moving pretty quickly, so reverse if you need to and go over these parts, and we will play through it at the end so you can see the full picture. So we'll do the chorus, but it takes a second ending of this time. This is our God. Heaven and earth proclaim, this is our God, King Jesus. C, 2, 3. Quick C/E here into the bridge. Who pulled me out of that pit? He did. Quick chord here, he did. Then C. Who paid for all of our sin? Nobody but. Quick chord. And then you repeat that bridge. Who pulled me out of that pit? He did. Quick chord. Who paid for all of our sin? Nobody but Jesus. Bridge 2. Rescue me from that grave. Yahweh, Yahweh. Okay, so that G/B, I'm doing a bad job of like stopping and telling you stuff, but just again, you can play what we did for the G chord and a B in the bass, and that'll be what you'll do for that G/B. Of course, we've already gone over the C/E. All right, so the second part of the second bridge, man, that sounds weird. Second part of the second bridge, on the F chord here, and I'm just gonna keep playing the F2 throughout this whole thing. Here we go. Who rescued me from that grave? Yahweh, Yahweh. Quick G chord, A minor. Who gets the glory and praise to Jesus? Jesus. Nobody but him. And you stop on that. Nobody but him. And then we're into the chorus. This is our God. This is who he is. He loves us. We have a third ending out of that chorus. Our God, King Jesus C. Build into the ending or the tag. For the cross, beat the grave. Let heaven and earth proclaim. Quick chord, this is our God, King Jesus. Then we have our intro, which is also our outro. But now they're going to change your bass notes through it. And end on C. Cool. I know that probably felt like a hot mess as we went through that, but just take it section by section and make sure you know how you get from chorus to bridge, bridge to ending, all that stuff. And then you'll be ready to pray through this with me right now. Intro. 1, 2, here we go. Again. Verse 1. Remember those walls that we called sin and shame? They were like prisons that we couldn't escape. But he came and he died and he rose. Those walls are rumbling now. Intro. Next part of verse. Remember those giants we called death and they were like mountains that stood in our way. But he came and he died and he rose. Those giants are dead now. Intro. Chorus. This is our God. This is who he is. He loves us. This is our God. This is what he does. He saves us. He bore the cross, beat the grave. Let heaven and earth proclaim. This is our God, King Jesus. Turn. Verse 2. Remember that fear that took our breath away. Face so weak that we could barely pray. But he heard every word, every whisper. his faithfulness. Never once did he fail, and he never will. Build into the chorus. 1, 2, 3. This is our God. This is who he is. He loves us. This is our God. This is what he does. He saves us. He bore the cross, beat the grave. Let heaven and earth proclaim. This is our God. Second inning. King Jesus. 1, 2, 3. He pulled me out of that pit. He did. He did. Who paid for all of our sin? Nobody but you. Repeat that one. Who pulled me out of that pit? He did. He did. Who paid for all of our sin? Nobody but Jesus. Who rescued me from that grave? Yahweh, Yahweh. Who gets the glory and praise? Nobody but Jesus. Who rescued me from that grave? Yahweh, Yahweh. Who gets the glory and praise? Nobody but him. This is our God. This is who he is. He loves us. This is our God. This is what he does. He saves us. Bore the cross, beat the grave. Let heaven and earth proclaim. This is our God, King Jesus. To the tag. He bore the cross, beat the grave. Let heaven and earth proclaim. This is our God, King Jesus. Outro. New bass chords. And ending. There you go. I hope you did well. Don't be discouraged if it was a little tough for you. Just keep working through it. Your hands will figure it out. Wade McNutt here, pianomeditation.com. Piano meditation worship tutorials. We will talk to you another time. Make sure to sign up for the email list below the video. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.